The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it.
Ever since Cat Williams made startling claims about the comedian, many have questioned whether Kevin Hart is hiding something that might upend Hollywood as a whole. Williams asserts that Kevin Hart rose to the top of the entertainment industry by more than just charm and wit. Kevin accepted an opportunity that most people would have passed over twice. Shaw Demoms, one of the most controversial and influential figures in the entertainment industry, is rumored to have created.
This has to be a 100% culture shock. I can't imagine living a lifestyle of the incredibly rich and famous and then going into this very dark, impersonal, cold.
Now let's go back in time and examine how this rumor got started. Never one to keep his opinions to himself, Cat Williams stirred things up when he said that Kevin Hart had had unbelievable sex with Diddy in exchange for cash. No, we're not talking about pocket chains. Undoubtedly, this is an odd accusation, but there are allegations that Kevin received a cool $50 million to make friends with Diddy in exchange for a career boost. Kevin Hart and Cat Williams.
People get caught up in the illusion of Hollywood. People really get caught up in this.
Williams have been at odds for a long time, and this latest information is just the latest chapter in a complicated and drawn-out tale. Let's examine how Diddy, Cat Williams, and Kevin Hart got at the center of this Hollywood controversy. First, a brief history of Diddy's most recent legal troubles. The music entrepreneur, a previous titan of the business and entertainment worlds, has been the subject of some serious accusations. It's no secret that Diddy...
Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
Diddy's lavish lifestyle has drawn criticism for years, but now that famous people like Kevin Hart are being brought up before we even get to the juicy part, things have gotten even more messy. Diddy was detained by federal officials, and while the specific charges are yet unknown, there have been many suspicions that his detention is connected to several accusations of wrongdoing and possible exploitation. The accusations are a part of an ongoing inquiry, and a lot of people think this is only the beginning. Let's go back in time and talk about Diddy's notorious parties. Cat Williams suggests.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
These parties, according to several reports, were not only for fun and networking. There was an almost cult-like vibe, and there were accusations that Diddy utilized the events to control and dominate other celebrities. These lavish gatherings and their questionable behaviors have made them Hollywood legends. Some say that Diddy was in the middle, behind the scenes, arranging everything while the attendees were forced into uncomfortable situations. In this particular setting, Kevin Hart's name has become well known. Online speculations have been flying high lately because of photos and videos that have leaked showing Kevin attending these notorious parties. In one especially well-known video, Kevin is seen laughing with Diddy and Usher. The clip seems innocent enough until Diddy says something inane about Kevin sitting on the bed and proceeds to tell an unusual story about his past relationship with Usher. Not quite. The incident took place amidst a tumultuous situation involving candles.
Right here from day one, we used to wake up and
in a hot tub, and many expressed disapproval of Kevin's conduct, citing it as an illustration of his dubious behavior at these kinds of gatherings. But the conversation's tone and subject instantly drew criticism, particularly in light of the speculations that some had already been making about Diddy's personal life. This was only the start of the investigation into Kevin Hart's relationship with Diddy. Kevin doesn't appear.
That's what I call it, raw dog. I might jump in the tub myself. Once everybody moves out, it's just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh shit! Oh, did the camera catch that? Cut the camera! Cut the camera!
To be breaking any laws in the video, but his careless attitude and attendance at these parties stoked the flames. And there's Cat Williams.
Hey yo, Kevin, come here, no homo. We're gonna have a contest. We're gonna have a contest. We're gonna get our breath first, because your breath be stinking sometime. And we're gonna go back and
Williams after that. Cat has a history of attacking other entertainment industry professionals, and he and Kevin Hart have a verbal and written feud. Pat, meanwhile, cut right to the chase this time, charging Kevin with manipulating his romantic relationship with Diddy to further his career. Pat claims that instead of Kevin just being born into
15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him.
Popularity, Diddy actually groomed him by using his wealth and influence to entice him into his inner circle. Diddy allegedly offered Kevin an amazing deal of $50 million in exchange for being his lover and ally. Kat says Diddy offered him a similar arrangement, but unlike Kevin, he declined it. Kat claims that his refusal to abide by Diddy's restrictions is the real reason he hasn't had the same degree of popular success as Kevin, not a lack of talent. Kat portrays himself as someone who, even at the cost of his own career, valiantly challenged the alleged corruption and deceit in Hollywood. Kat's claim becomes even more combustible because of this. It's critical to recognize that
when African Americans make it and they get to the top, they try to help other people, but they don't really take.
At least on the surface, Kevin Hart's ascent to prominence was quick and fairly uncomplicated. He had been doing stand-up for years when all of a sudden he was landing big movie parts, being the face of massive sponsorship deals, and playing sold-out gigs all over the world. Some, like Cat Williams, contend that significant assistance from influential individuals is necessary for this kind of success to occur gradually. There are always rumors in Hollywood about who knows the right people and how they got there. This revelation has left many wondering if there is truth to Kat's claims, or if this is just another case of Hollywood gossip ballooning out of control.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create.
Kevin, who has always maintained that his success is the result of perseverance and hard work, says Kat isn't buying it. He has often discussed his humble beginnings and the hard work necessary to achieve in such a competitive sector. Kevin is more than simply a gifted artist, he's also a man of contacts, and people like Diddy have the power to make or kill careers in Hollywood. Long-standing rivalry between Kat and Kevin has often been portrayed as a struggle between two very distinct comedic sensibilities and approaches. Kevin, in contrast to Kat, has been accepted by mainstream Hollywood in a way that Kat was never able to, despite Kat's reputation for being difficult to work with and his edgy humor and uncensored approach to comedy earning him a devoted fan base. The difference in their jobs.
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been.
According to Kat, is evidence of a suspicious situation. He asserts that certain superstars are frequently chosen by Hollywood and given greater success. While some people get left behind, Kevin claims that his rise to fame wasn't entirely organic and that Hollywood's elite, especially Diddy, handpicked him and used his influence to ensure that he became a household brand. Kat claims that Diddy's support for Kevin's career extended
controlled every aspect of her life. He is accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days until the bruising and signs of
beyond assisting him in obtaining endorsement deals and film appearances. Diddy is accused of falling in love with Kevin and using their connection as leverage to help Kevin's career. According to Kat, this type of arrangement is typical in Hollywood, where the boundaries between personal and professional relationships are frequently blurred by power dynamics. Diddy is charged with dominating all facets of her life, beating her repeatedly, and keeping her hidden in hotel rooms for days on end until the bruises and other marks of mistreatment disappeared. Naturally,
the special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least 2, if not 3 staff members escorting.
None of this has been confirmed by Diddy or Kevin Hart. Kevin hasn't said anything about the situation and hasn't addressed the rumors head-on, which has increased speculation. Diddy has also been the subject of a number of rumors throughout the years, the majority of which have to do with his parties and relationships with other celebrities. Both guys have chosen, up until now, to disregard the accusations and continue them without offering any further details.
No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
This presents a number of unanswered questions. Do Cat Williams' assertions hold water, or is this just more Hollywood drama? Fans and critics alike are intrigued to learn whether Kevin Hart genuinely accepted Dee's offer, and if so, what that implies for the entertainment industry overall as the story goes on.
Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door.
It's undeniable, though, that Cat Williams and Kevin Hart's relationship has changed significantly. As the story goes on, it seems unlikely that this disagreement will be resolved anytime soon because what started out as a rivalry between two comedians has grown into a major controversy with allegations that have the potential to harm both of their careers. Cat is continuing to speak up in this regard. There is one thing that is clear. Regardless of the veracity of the rumors surrounding Kevin Hart and Diddy's alleged romance, the entertainment industry is a place where people pay a high price for their connections and where influence and power have the ability to build or break careers. These are legitimate worries that need to be taken seriously.
There is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these.
And that brings the scandal to a new level. Celebrities who have been associated with Diddy and his parties over the years are numerous, and with the accumulation of new material, it is increasingly clear that Kevin Hart may not have been the only person to fall into Diddy's sphere of influence. What implications does this have for the other celebrities if Cat is right in her claims?